First of all, everybody, thank you for joining us. We hope this is going to be very helpful in giving you a little bit of support and guidance. It's always a concern in the back of our minds of, even if your child goes away for a weekend, what if? During the peak of the pandemic, however, certain hospitals will stop doing routine procedures and routine services. The survey that we did for parents showed that a great majority of parents were not entirely confident in the plan that they have for their children. The good thing is that the whole world is really coping better now than we did at the very beginning of this pandemic, so it's less likely as time goes on that more resources will be limited.
A lot of calls I got where the parent was much more anxious, much more hysterical than the student was. The students have to feel secure, they have to feel safe, they have to feel cared for. They have to feel that you are confident that the school is going to take good care of them. They have to feel that you are confident in the program that you've selected for your child. Don't judge the whole year by the quarantine. Remember, we don't know how much tourism there's going to be. We don't know if you could just give it to your neighbor to hop on a plane here. We can't plan on that. Now, there's a lot of talk in Israel about reopening tourism. We don't know how that's going to look. We don't know when that's going to happen. Can they retract it back? Yes. So we can't rely on that. So it does not cover routine care. There is no financial coverage for routine pre-existing condition care in Israel for non-residents. So keep that in mind. You need to have a rheumatologist in Israel so that in April, when you have a flare, you already have a doctor. They already know you, they have a file on you, and you could just go in, not as a new patient, but as an existing patient. That's a great question. And there are kids who have chronic sinusitis, and they, you can also say they lose their sense of taste and smell all the time because they have chronic sinusitis. So I think if you have good documentation and you have people in the school who know your child, you have a medical program that knows your child, you have, again, like our, the people who are on call for us, like they know all the patients, they see the file, they know the record. So if someone calls in and says, I can't taste and smell, they're going into the record and saying, well, do you think it might be sinusitis? I see that you get this 5 times a year. Do you have any other symptoms? Then you put the pieces together. Remember, if you're paying $500 a year for medical insurance and your drug costs $2,000 a month, it's not going to be covered. I think you're going to have a great year for your children. It's going to be very special. They're going to get the care that they need. I hope this has been helpful and informative, and I wish everybody a lot of hatzlacha and shana tova. Take care, everybody.